Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Taugrim, Platoon, Guido and Taugrim. Check out his channel. I'll try to remember to put a link to it down below there. We're both in our Carnarvon AX, sorry, Centurion, not the Carnarvon. Tier 10 British medium tank. And no artillery. I don't know if you noticed, but the little chat, Taugrim says, yay, no artillery, and we see the pain train. So I just want to talk about this for a second. This is actually going to be a pretty good game for me. I think it's an ace tanker, as I remember, for the Centurion AX, and I'm going to show you, obviously, my best game with Taugrim and act like I was always the best player. That's that's how you do it on your own channel. All right, so just relax. I beat Taugrim every time. Okay, and here's the proof. My proof is this one game. Actually, he outplayed me. We had a good time. He plays a lot differently than I do. I'm a little bit more pants on fire, aggressive than he is, and the results are that he does better than me. So I'll just throw that out. And I am learning a lot when I play with him. I pay attention to what he's doing, and no matter how good you are at this game, you can always learn something. So whether you're learning from me or Taugrim or somebody else, and always help out your buddies. So it's cool platooning with Taugrim because I'm so much better than him, and I always have a better result. So that's sarcasm. All right, don't take it seriously. Here we go. We are on Serene Coast. No artillery. We both have great hold down tanks. I'm trying to type like a Muppet and I stop. So here we go. These two tanks are, I'm a little bit stuck on him because I'm typing like an idiot. There we go. I'm trying to say this will be a scrum, and I'm getting in everybody's way and stopping and all that BS. So here we go. Now, take a look at this. You can expect at tier 10 that more than likely with no artillery, both teams are going to send a crowd up to the C1, C2 area, and it's going to be an absolute brawl until someone comes out on top, and more than likely the game is more or less determined by then. There's a lot of TDs in this game, and let's see, I don't remember how many followed us up. It looks like at least the 1, 2, 68, 4, and a couple of them have gone, three have gone down to watch the peninsula. Because it would be very bad if they sent a huge train down the peninsula and were able to get up around the cap. This sort of is going to happen, but let's watch this thing develop. We've already got Taugrim is up front, so I'm trying to follow up because I was screwing around trying to type. Probably helped me out because it probably meant I wasn't up there quite as fast and getting punched in the face. So I do take some damage doing what I do. 430U comes up. I'm going to use this little dip right here. Taugrim puts a thump into somebody right away, and I'm looking for that shot. And oh, yeah, there it is. I get hit, and that was a sneaky, lucky kind of shot right there. But I get it into him, and I can tell right away that from what they've sent, this is not good. Right? They are absolutely going to get swarmed. There's only 3 of them. One of them's an EBR. They do have the 60 TP back there, but they're in bad shape right here. So I'll sneak a shot into that guy's turret, and the scrum is on. Now look at the peninsula. They did send a decent force down there because they have some of those good assault 268 and 268 version 4 things. So that's where I rage in here. I actually take 2 hits, unfortunately, but I ram that guy, and I'm pretty much down to a 1-shot. We'll kill that dude off, and I'm up to 2 kills already, but having lost a lot of hit points. I'm going to fade right just to cover up against the T60 TP. Didn't really mean to ram into him, but he's stopped. Good on him because I think he just killed, no, somebody else killed the EBR. An angel gets its wings. Super Conqueror comes in and starts tanking damage. That means that when they fire, I can come around and try to sneak my shot in. I do want to avoid, obviously, getting hit by the 60 TP. That would suck a lot, but I'm going to get into his track and get him tracked down, and now Super can have his way with that guy. I don't know if he has a shot. They bounce. I'm going to come in here inside his reload. Boom, there we go. 907 bumps into me. He wanted to go around, but clearly I don't want to uncover at the moment. I'm thinking, well, this 60 TP is probably going to get me, but I stopped. I thought for a moment I was going to have to hide behind the dead wreck, but the direction he was going, he would have uncovered his cannon pretty quickly, so I'm just trying to... There's a little armor. I sneak around. Sorry, 907, I just kind of had to do that. So good call from Taugrim. He actually noticed it before I did, that the cap is in danger. So here is a perfect example of when your flank go back. There is no reason for this crowd to go into the cap because it is very possible for them to outcap us. If we all pile on and they all pile on, it just kind of depends on how our decappers do. And if somehow ours get a bounce or unlucky, so instead of doing that, why not go where the problem is? Our problem is at our cap, so off we go. Nice call by Taugrim. I see it a little bit after him, and we're both basically moving in the same direction. And that's a good thing about a platoon is they can work together like that. I'm up to 2,200 damage, 4 kills. Taugrim's got a kill. We'll look at their end plate as to who ended up with what. I'm going to go a little bit to the right of this. I want to come up and over the outside. Taugrim took a better line, so I think that was a better approach. We'll see actually who gets there first. Now I'm going to slow down going up this hill. See, it's one of those things I like to learn. I kind of watch him go that way. I faded right, and he's actually going to come up and over first. So look at that. He's in the fight earlier than I am, and will he fire? Yep, takes a shot. We'll just shoot him on the way. I know there's multiple guys. I'm going to come up and over and cover up behind this rock. And now I'm going to look for some tracking, assist damage, and damage. So just shoot him in the track. There we go. So we got him pinned down. Looks like somebody else got the points for that. I got a little bit out of it. And now there's the 277. He just fired, so I'm going to look for a track and a damage on him. There we go. We pin him down. Watch how Taugrim and I work here. I just fired. I'm not ready to shoot. He's clearly ready. I'm going to let him go out and shoot. And then I'm going to go out next, just like that. I'll track him again. Back out. I take the hit, unfortunately. I'm not quite fast enough. I'll wait. He takes the shot. He moves out. He doesn't cut in front of me. Doesn't matter, though, because the guy dies. And now we're both... I initially was going to go that way. Again, better instincts for Taugrim. Where's he going? He's going directly to the cap because he sees the guy in the cap. It took me that much longer to see it than he did. Right? As fast as I see it sometimes, and as much as I'm faster than a lot of people who send me in videos... He was already immediately going to the right spot right there, and it took me and that's so important. I'm just only a couple potatoes behind him, but he's already there, right? And when you string those together over time, that is the reaction and the thought process that makes people better and better, and makes people a super unicum versus a unicum. So I'm going to avoid getting HE'd. Somebody needs to get in there. I think that E100 says, hey folks, I'll go ahead and take this hit. Plus I want some damage. All right, so he takes a shot. Doesn't work for him. We'll come up here. Great gun depression. I'm going to go ahead and sneak a Hesh round. I think I've got a Hesh round going on. There we go. We got 395 out of it. Not great. And down he goes. 4,160 damage. 1,369 assist. 5 kills for me. We're not going to get to the TVP. He dies pretty quickly. I should have stayed on cap. So there's another mistake. And I'll bet you that Taugrim didn't come off. No, he did come off cap. All right. Interesting. All right. There you go. Then I try to drive up a wall because... You know, it's what you do. I don't know why it's what you do. Like I said, 4,100 damage, 1,300, almost 1,400 assists for a combination math in public of 5,500 or so. 5 kills, and I believe an ace tanker in the Centurion AX. I thought that was a great example of Platoon gameplay, a couple specific examples of people working together in that. The wolf pack mentality, how a game can change with artillery. The thing about that fight up there is if there were 3 artillery on each side, what's going to happen there is probably some of those players decline to go there, so you're going to have fewer tanks up there potentially. If you do crowd up there, the X factor is the artillery. How much does it hammer people? How many tanks does it kill? Is it actually able to slow down that assault, to actually neutralize the assault? Can that smaller number of tanks hold off because all 3 artillery are focusing there and maybe your team's artillery is looking somewhere else? RNG, is one artillery just getting lucky? So many things can be thrown in with RNG. Once you take away the artillery, that fight becomes a lot more about the skill of the players and a lot less about RNG. There's still RNG for pen and things like that, but without artillery, it's much less of a slot machine. And when I looked at that giant crowd that was going up there, Taugrim and I looked at it and we went, all right, we know how this is going to go. If they don't send a equal force or a better force, this is probably a win for us. We're going to swarm all over them, and then we can flex back to the cap and take whatever few guys went across the peninsula. And the good news is that our TDs back there beat them up a little bit, just enough that when we got back, it was really not a factor. We had them pinched. So I thought it was a very interesting game. Lots of stuff to learn on there at the higher level. Appreciate Taugrim for the Platoon. Again, check out his content. Good stuff. The road to Unicum. That's all I've got. This is Guido signing out. We will see ya.